I always had a lot of fun drawing when I was a kid. I remember I would create cards for my family members. I would draw things like flowers, hearts, butterflies, and sunsets. When I was around 9 years old, I wanted to be a fashion designer. I would spend a lot of time designing my own outfits. I liked to draw, but I definitely wasn't serious about it. I never tried to practice to improve my skills. It was just a fun activity that I did from time to time. Things changed when I was almost 14. One day I was playing on the Disney Channel website like I usually did. I really liked playing the games on there. That day I came across Disney Create. On this site I was able to post the art that I created with their built-in drawing software. Disney Create no longer exists, so I pretty much lost all of my art on there, which is kind of sad. I thought Disney Create was so cool because I could share my art with other people. I had never done that before. It was kind of like my first social media platform. I tried drawing a few things on there. It would make me really happy when I'd get stars on my pictures. I was using my mouse to draw and I remember it being really tricky. I remember drawing a few things like Link from The Legend of Zelda. Yeah, even back then I was drawing Link. I really liked drawing on Disney Create and sharing my art, but I never knew what to draw. I wasn't really inspired by anything. A couple months later, after not going on the site for a while, I decided to browse around. I came across an artist that went by the name Nyan Nyan. She drew manga-styled illustrations. I looked through her entire gallery and loved all of the cute characters in different outfits. They had big sparkly eyes and colorful hair. I came across her eye tutorial and followed it right away. I was amazed that I drew an eye. I had seen animes like Pokemon and Sonic X on TV, but I didn't know that manga was its own style of art. For some reason, once I found it, I wanted to be able to draw my own characters. For many months I had fun drawing, but I got to the point that I wanted to be able to improve more. Up to that point, I had been learning pretty much on my own. I went on Amazon and started to look for some how to draw manga books. While browsing for books, I also came across Manga Studio 4 Debut, a drawing software for the computer. Compared to Disney Create, it looked really fancy. I asked my mom if she could buy me the books and the program, and she did. I helped take care of my siblings a lot, and instead of paying me, my mom would sometimes buy me things that I wanted. Looking back, the books I got weren't the best, but they seemed amazing to me at the time, and did really help me better understand how to draw manga characters. One of them was how to draw a shoujo-styled manga. I realized pretty early on that I liked the shoujo style of manga, especially the big sparkly eyes. I was also learning how to use Manga Studio 4 Debut, and I had no idea what I was doing. I remember being so frustrated. I'd be grunting and sighing at my computer screen for hours. So I went online to find some tutorials. While looking for Manga Studio tutorials, I came across artist YouTubers Mike Crilly and Sophie-chan. I was amazed by their skills, and both of them inspired me so much. I think I watched Sophie-chan's How to Be a Good Manga Artist video like 100 times. And that's not an exaggeration. They were both a big part of my art journey, especially at the start of it. I really looked up to them. That Christmas, my parents bought me a drawing tablet. It was a Wacom Bamboo Pen and Touch. I think it was about $99 at the time. I was so excited to draw with it. This tablet was gonna let me draw amazing pictures on the computer. Well, it was actually really hard to draw with at first. I remember getting super frustrated with it and being kind of disappointed. But I tried my best to keep practicing. I didn't want my parents' money to go to waste. Over the next couple of years, I keep practicing and trying to improve my art. Sometimes art was really fun, and other times it would be extremely frustrating. Hands, hair, body proportions, shading, backgrounds, everything was so complicated. I would often get jealous of other artists and get discouraged because they could make such amazing art and it was so hard for me to draw anything. But no matter how frustrated I got with drawing, I would always come back to it for some reason. It was like it was my own space, my own little world I would go to. I also started getting into creating my own stories and characters. I never really finished the stories I would start because I found it all pretty confusing, but I hoped that someday I'd be able to make my own comic from start to finish. When I was 16, I started taking college classes at my local community college. I had been homeschooled up to this point, so I was kind of nervous about starting college classes. The first year went pretty well. I got good grades, so I was really happy. During the summer, I was feeling kind of bored since I wasn't working on any college work. So on July 29th, 2013, I decided to make my own YouTube channel. I was 17 at the time. Like I mentioned, art YouTubers like Mark Crilly and Sophie Chan were a big inspiration to me and had a big impact on my art. So I always kind of wanted to make my own YouTube channel. I decided I wanted to make art tutorials. I knew my art wasn't very good and that I was still learning, but I thought that if I could help people learn how to draw, even just a little bit, that'd be amazing. I named my channel Learn to Draw Manga, mostly because I wanted people to know what kind of videos I made, even if I comment on other people's videos. On August 4th, 2013, I posted my first tutorial, How to Draw a Manga Girl Eye. I was so excited about posting my first video, I would keep refreshing to check to see how many views it got. I think it got 10 views in 24 hours or something like that. I even got my first subscriber. That subscriber really motivated me to make another video. I was really sad the next day when they unsubscribed. Over the months, I kept on making videos because I had a lot of fun creating them. My channel slowly got subscribers and even some comments. The Christmas of 2013, my parents decided to spoil me and got me a Wacom Cintiq 13 HD. I was shocked and almost cried. I had wanted one of these tablets for years. I loved being able to draw on the screen of the tablet. When I got my Cintiq, I decided I wanted to try to make my own comic. This is when I started working on I Want to Be a Magical Girl. This time I was serious about making a comic from start to finish. It wasn't easy and took a lot of hard work, but I did it. I made a 166-page comic. I actually sell it on Amazon, but sometimes I wonder if I should take it down because it's not very good, to be honest. If I were to remake it, I would change everything about the comic, but I am still very proud of myself for putting in the time and the work to make the comic. I learned a lot from it. Over the next couple of years, my channel keeps slowly growing. At one point, I was only posting a video once a month because I was really busy with college. There were many times I thought about quitting my channel, but then I would read the wonderful comments left by my subscribers and it would cheer me up. After making I Want to Be a Magical Girl, I made a short comic called White Day, and not long after that, I started making my current comic, My Next Door Neighbors. When I started MNDN, I didn't think I'd be working on it 3 years later. It was going to be a short project, but I really love working on My Next Door Neighbors. Thank you so much to everyone that reads it. I will probably be working on it for at least another year, so please stick with me. Also, I post My Next Door Neighbors here on YouTube, so please consider reading it if you don't already. My parents have always been very supportive, and I'm very thankful for that. When I finished college, my parents let me try to be a YouTuber instead of getting a job in accounting. Yep, I went to college for accounting. On November 11th, 2017, I posted my 100,000 subscriber special. It was a face reveal. I had never shown my face on my channel before that. I remember being really nervous to show my face. I didn't want people to call me ugly, but you were all very nice and left very wonderful comments, and I'm so thankful for that. Over the years, I kept working and posting videos. My channel kept growing and growing, and now we're here. 400,000 subscribers. When I try to comprehend how many people have subscribed to my channel or how many people have watched my videos, it kind of makes me a bit nervous, to be honest, so I often try not to think about it. It's so crazy that so many people want to hear what I have to say. Because growing up, I always felt like the quiet kid that didn't really have anything meaningful to say. In the video game Animal Crossing New Leaf, you can send a letter to your future self. One day I decided to randomly play Animal Crossing. I hadn't played it in a few years. I opened my mailbox to find a letter from my past self. It went something like this. Dear future me, how are you? I hope you're doing well and that you are happy. Are you still drawing? I hope you are. You better have made a comic by now. Rebecca. I feel kind of proud that I can say yes to the me of the past. The past me would never believe that 400,000 people subscribe to this YouTube channel. The current me still has a hard time believing it. It's been a long adventure filled with happiness, sadness, hard work, frustration, joy, excitement, and all of you. I don't think I can ever find the words to express how thankful I am for each and every one of you. So I guess I'll just say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this shy girl talk to herself in her room about what she's passionate about. Thank you for being a part of my art journey.